evening. I'm Dale Griffith, and I live at 806 West K here in the city. I in particular want to address the part of the Michigan Waters Ballot Initiative proposal that speaks to uranium mining. The proposal only says that uranium mining should be prohibited until there are appropriate rules in place in the state of Michigan for uranium mining. And there's a serious gap in Michigan's new non-ferrous metallic minerals law, and that is that uranium mining that may create radioactive contamination was ignored. The focus was on, of course, the mining of metallic sulfide ores, and these may cause this may cause water pollution with acids and metals, but that's very different than radioactive contamination. The Michigan Department of Environmental Quality stated, when there were questions about why uranium was not rules were not included, said, I quote, "The rules would apply to uranium mining. However, if uranium mining appears imminent, then the DEQ will review these rules for their adequacy to regulate such mining and determine revisions that may be needed," unquote. So that they recognize that that uranium is indeed a non-ferrous metal, but is not regulated, there's not mentioned in this mining law. The proposed ballot initiative language prohibits uranium mining until rules for it have been established. The evidence for the presence of uranium in the Upper Peninsula, I think, is fairly strong. The Western Upper Peninsula Public Health Department issued an advisory for people with wells in the Jacobsville Sandstone Formation, the Keweenaw Peninsula, to have their water tested for uranium, because a group at Michigan Tech had done a study of over 300 wells in that area, and about 25% of them had uranium content above what the EPA says is a safety level for uranium in drinking water. So some of our water in the Upper Peninsula is already contaminated with uranium. And since 2003, there's a Canadian company called Bitterroot Resources that's been exploring for uranium in this very same Jacobsville Sandstone Formation. And in 2007, they did find some uranium in their drill cores, and Cameco, which is one of the largest uranium suppliers in the world, another Canadian company, gave Bitterroot $1.6 million to do some further exploration at this site. The new drilling was done in 2008, and they're now evaluating the results of that drilling. However, uranium prices, spot uranium prices on the market, have gone down from a peak of about $139 a pound in 2004, just a few years ago, to about $45 a pound presently, which means that it might not be profitable to mine that ore, or that uranium body now, but if the price were to increase again, it might well be profitable. Mining for uranium is currently done by a process that's called in situ leaching. And what this means is that you pump in chemically treated water through the formation where the uranium is, which is usually a sandstone formation. And then you bring the water back up to the surface, it dissolves the uranium, then you treat the water and remove the uranium. But the problem is, if there's any connection at all between that body of the ore body and any other water body, that water is going to be contaminated with uranium. And it's essentially impossible to clean that water up to what one would consider to be water quality standards. Now, if the well water in the Jacobsville Sandstone Formation is already contaminated with uranium, it seems reasonable to develop stringent rules for uranium mining to protect these waters, and to do it now. The ballot initiative language would prohibit uranium mining until these rules are in place. And I would ask you as city commissioners at this time to vote no or to abstain on this resolution before you at this time. Thank you very much for this opportunity to address you.
Thank you.